Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Deepfake Video Sporting Events. For those of you who don't already know, let me tell you what deepfake videos are. Deepfake videos are real videos in which actors are replaced, actual living, breathing actors are replaced in a video by digitally recreated and synthesized actors who appear on video for them. We're going to tell you how this technology is going to not only digitally disrupt the sports entertainment industry, but dramatically reduce the value of a lot of leagues, sports networks, sports channels, and a lot of individuals who have no idea what's coming. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, follow, and comment on the show, as well as tell you that uh, the John Ark Show is sponsored by HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a company which allows you to purchase live phone calls with your favorite celebrities. You can purchase a call for yourself or as a gift for somebody else. Calls are $19.95 and $29.95, and they are really amazing. So give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now let's get started. So what is the problem with most sporting events today? Let me tell you. The problem with most sporting events today is that they only appeal to people who like sports. That's been an age-old problem that's gone back for decades, and it hasn't changed. So the question becomes, how do you make sports appealing to people who don't like sports? Well, this technology is going to alter everything. Why? Because the next generation of deep fake video technology will be able to create athletes on film or video that are so realistic, you won't be able to distinguish them from real players. So you're wondering, why? Why would anybody want to do that? What difference could that possibly make? Let me tell you. Once you can uh, digitally create actors and athletes on video, then you can dramatically alter the way the game is perceived and played. Let me give you a few examples. Right now, boxing is losing popularity and mixed martial arts is skyrocketing in popularity. But what if we told you it was digitally possible now using deep fake video technology to create a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee? Or how about a fight between actor Marlon Brando and all his ex-wives? Think about that. What if you could digitally create a virtual deep fake boxing match between Adolf Hitler and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu? Now hang on to your hat because what I'm going to tell you next is going to stun you. What if you could create deep fake video boxing matches between actual murderers and the victims they killed? Now you're probably thinking, why would any sane person want to do that? Listen, let me tell you. What if you could sell these deep fake murderer versus victim virtual fights on pay-per-view or through sports betting facilities and use the money you raise from these fights to help support the murder victims' families, the surviving family members who have been destroyed financially by the loss of their loved ones? So you have to ask yourself, how many millions of dollars in sports betting revenue or pay-per-view revenue would deep fake video fights like this raise for families who've lost a loved one to a murder or a violent crime? Is there anybody who wouldn't watch that? Is there anybody who wouldn't love seeing the proceeds from a fight like that going to support these families? And most interestingly, wouldn't fights like that seem infinitely more entertaining than conventional boxing matches or MMA fights? And now I'm going to tell you about another aspect of this technology. Everyone knows that millennials um, are losing interest in legacy sports like football, baseball, basketball, and there are a lot of people who are just disinterested in them. How do you make those sports more interesting? Well, the next generation of deep fake video technology can make these legacy sports infinitely more interesting. How? Well, let me tell you. You know, people love to see Tom Brady throw the ball and win games, score points. But what if everybody watching a game on their phone, on their smart TV, on their laptop, had the ability, had the option to watch it in a way that allowed the technology, this deep fake video technology, to digitally insert the viewer's face over Tom Brady's face so that it appeared to every individual watching the game that it was they who threw the winning touchdown and not Tom Brady. What do you think that would do to ratings? What do you think that would do to the popularity of these sports? What if you were watching a boxing match between your favorite fighter and his adversary, and this technology made it possible to insert your face or your son's face or anybody's face that you know personally and onto the winning fighter, onto the winning fighter's body, so that it appears that you or your friend actually beat the opponent. Emotionally, that's going to make a tremendous difference to viewers. Imagine what would happen to the ratings of these games if everybody watching had the ability to visually see themselves participate in the game live. Now, this next technology is really stunning. Why? Because injuries play such a large part of real sports. If a real life football player is injured during a game, that dramatically alters the odds of his team winning, and that skews the amount of money that people who bet on that team can win. But let's assume that deep fake video sporting events incorporate the ability for various watchers and viewers to bet real money on which player they think should be deliberately and algorithmically injured by this virtual game. And if enough people bet enough money to take a specific player out of a video game, then that shifts the odds and alters which bettors make how much money on the game. You know, just the way lobbyists lobby politicians in Washington to get certain laws and amendments passed, there is no reason why bettors watching deepfake virtual sporting events cannot bet additional money to take a player out of a game with a virtual injury. Think about that. There's no reason. I mean, it wouldn't be unethical or immoral. These aren't real players. They're virtual players. They're deep fake players. But the money everybody's betting is real. And this game is all about getting people to bet, to pour as much money as they can into these sports betting apps so that they can make as much money on the outcome of the game. And how do you do that? You do that by personally engaging everybody, bringing them into the game. And that's what technology like this can do. And now let's take it a step further. What if you could have deep fake video sporting events, boxing matches between virtual police officers and the criminals that they arrested in real life? So that if Officer Jones arrests Tom for breaking into a building, and in the process some people are injured, then Tom can agree to have his to participate in a deep fake video sporting event in which the officer who arrested him and he fight on screen. And the winner of this fight, the sports betting proceeds from this fight, could be used to pay people who were injured by this criminal activity, by the actual crime that took place in the real world. The proceeds, the sports betting proceeds on these deep fake police officer versus criminal fights could also be used to contribute to the police athletic league, you know, or other groups that don't ordinarily receive enough money in their efforts to help crime victims and people like that. It would be tremendous. I think this would be some of the most compelling entertainment ever created. Now let's take it in a different direction. What if this deepfake video technology was used to create the world's first virtual deepfake video brothel? Think of this as an online service which allowed you to digitally participate in activities that most people would never do in real life. What if this technology allowed someone to virtually sleep with the celebrity of their dreams? What if it also allowed the technology to digitally add your face to the videos so that to the viewers it appeared as though you were the one sleeping with the celebrity? As popular as porn is now, imagine how popular porn will become when deepfake video technology is merged with virtual porn. Now, for those of you who think that football, basketball, baseball are still the most popular sports in the world, ask yourself this. How long do you think they'll remain the most popular sports? Once people realize all the fun they can have by going to a deepfake video virtual brothel. There are a lot of sports entertainment leagues, networks, sports channels, and sports betting services that haven't a clue of what's coming. They don't have a clue. When this technology is publicly revealed, you're going to see the market caps of a lot of these publicly traded companies collapse. Why? Because they're slow to adopt. They're going to be very reluctant to change their existing business models, and because the market waits for no one. Does anyone really believe that millennials will want to watch a conventional boxing match, MMA fight, or sporting event when the latest and next generation of deepfake video technology produces sporting events like the world has never seen before? I don't think so. As interesting as what I've just told you is, it pales in comparison to the technology that I'm not at liberty to disclose. Technology that is so stunning, it can't be made public yet. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.